Hey y'all, looky, I got baby okra coming. And y'all know how okra do. This okra may be done by, may be good by tomorrow evening, if not tomorrow morning, because it's 9:30. I don't know if y'all can see that, it's 9:29. I'm excited. Hey y'all, today is July the 4th, and this is a bare root white seedless grapevine. And look y'all, I got leaves. I did this one. I followed directions on the internet because big box stores don't give you directions. Well, no, these had directions. The trees and the blueberry bushes didn't have directions on them. But I followed the directions to this, and look what we got. I wasn't hopeful, but it's been a month and we have these. Here's the dirty video camera, but listen, so this is the bare root grapevine that's in my backyard, and it was, here's the awning right here, but it was right outside the awning. You see where that bare grass is. And whenever I had extra water, because my water hose leaked, so I usually put it in a bucket. When I finish doing everything I'm doing, any extra water I have, I would throw in here. Kept it moist. Now this is the other bare root. They were transplanted on the same day, cut down, soaked the roots and all the things. But this, I had all these pots and stuff piled on top of it because I really wasn't expecting it to do anything this year. So since this one hasn't done anything, but it's still moist, you guys, I'm going to put this grapevine out there past the sweet potatoes. Now I have one on the fence. That's the one I bought from the farm. But I'm gonna move this right there. I don't know if that's what they mean by microclimates, but if it worked for this one, let's see if it worked for that one. And yes, I'm still growing sweet potato slips because I can't get myself to take the potatoes out of that soil yet. So every time it rains, they get wet. I dump the water off and it sprouts up new leaves. I even have some that I'm giving away to a classmate on Facebook. She's doing some, I don't know how much gardening she's doing, but she said she'd take them, so hopefully she'll come pick them up. If not, I might just put them in the ground somewhere and see what happens. Our soil is very compacted. It really needs to be tilled. So if I put them in the ground, I don't expect to get a lot, but it will start breaking the ground up. And so next year, if I decide to till or dig it up, I will have a place to start. But yeah, it's about 6 plants in here, and I just put a little water on them, and hopefully she'll come get them today. Now, if anybody has talked to me lately, you know I feel 2 or 3 different ways about gardening this year. I'm proud of the things that I've harvested. And what did I harvest? I harvested garlic and onion that I planted last fall. So I'm excited and proud about the quality and the size of my garlic, right? And even found the intuition when I went back to the garden. I was like, I need to pull this garlic up because we're about to get a lot of rain, and I feel like it's gonna mess up my garlic. And sure enough, I pulled it. It was ready. The paper was intact, and they were nice full-size bulbs, and we'll talk about that later. I'm excited about starting a lot of my stuff from seed. I would say 85%, no, I would say 90% of the things I have were started by seed. The things that I bought impromptu at the farm, the herbs, grapevine, zucchini, and eggplant. My sister picked up some ornamental cabbage, and I got some more strawberries. So that's like 10% of the things. But and I bought the slips. I bought some slips for my sweet potatoes, but I also started some slips. So I'm excited about that. So I'm excited about starting from seed this year. And even though they were small again, like they were in the fall, I have better success because we have more sun and they can grow longer. Next, I feel overwhelmed, and I felt behind and unsuccessful because when I look at people in the same zone as me, and they're putting their seedlings out and they're already getting harvest, I felt behind. I felt like I wasn't going to get a harvest this year. I felt like I had screwed up my garden. I really should have started earlier than I started, and there's no way this, that, and the other. And even though I felt that way, I kept planting my seedlings and I kept starting seeds. And today, July 4th of 2024, I go to the garden. Last week I fertilized, this week I fertilized. Last week I did all my things that needed regular fertilizer, bone meal, and tomato vegetable. Today I did the things that needed, the containers that still needed bone meal and tomato vegetable fertilizer. And I did the things that needed blood meal, my nitrogen, because I didn't want to fool with fish emulsion today. So I did that and I watered that. And while I'm out there looking at the size of my plants and how they're getting flowers, my squash is getting flowers, my eggplant is getting leaves. They started seeming like they were stunted. My small tomato plants that I got from the farm are putting on small tomatoes. My okra has little baby okra on them, okay? And my beans are starting to get pods. So I'm excited, okay? I'm excited. The grapevine that I bought from the farm, I went to dig a hole. My soil was not only was it so compacted, but I have a lot of tree roots in the way. And so I dug a shallow hole and I set the potted part of that grapevine in that pot, in that hole. I had some landscaping scallop curved bricks and I put them all around that, and then I filled all of that in dirt like a pot, right? Fertilized it, watered it, and I went back today. Some of the old leaves are dying, but it's getting new leaves, and other leaves are just thriving. Excited. My sweet potatoes that I haven't moved from the shade are still growing new leaves. They're not growing as fast as the ones sitting out in full sun, but they're growing. Last but not least, my bare root grapevine that we did. It is really putting on leaves, and I'm excited about it. So I'm glad I didn't allow having multiple feelings about the garden cause me to stop gardening, right? Because according to Barbara from Living Faith or Living Foods Homestead, A Gardener's Journey, let's call it, her channel is A Gardener's Journey. I have said I was going to start midsummer seeds because I know these beans are not going to be enough. They're bush beans, right? They're not going to keep pushing like pole beans. And so I was like, let me do a succession of my bush beans. I had not started them yet, but I kept saying it. And then towards the end of June, I was like, let me pull these beans out. So on July 2nd, y'all can't see that, but I got seed trays with beans, other squashes, things that if powdery mildew or the heat or whatever happens to my plants, instead of me doing like last year, trying to fertilize it and dung around it, as like the Bible says, dig around it and water it to make it come back to life, I can pull them up, put these seedlings in, and give them time to grow and produce more fruit before the fall. So even though it's not spring, I'm still going to be up potting things. I'm still going to be planting things even in the midst of harvest, because no, I'm not growing a year's worth of food, but I'm going to have more food than I had last year. I'm going to have a greater variety than I had last year. And the 2 households that I'm supplying, it may be up to 4 households, right? Because whatever we can't preserve or eat or whatever, I told somebody, I said the saints are gonna eat, right? So come to church on Sunday morning, you might get some eggplants, some sweet potatoes, some onions, some potatoes. But I am really working. We are, because my dad is helping, my sister is helping, as we can help one another grow this food. So I'm excited.